Hey, it's Becky. Um, I haven't uploaded a video in a long time. I've been going through a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to kind of update y'all and give you a little story time from a couple weeks ago. Um, if you don't know, I used to be in the LPN program at a local college here that I went to school at, and I left early before I graduated, but I was still able to go and take my CNA test without paying for the CNA class. I just had to pay for the test, which was like $90. And the reason I went ahead and decided to do that is because I'm really fed up at my job. So something happened, and I was like, I'm not doing this for much longer. So I went home that night and applied for the test, and I took it within the next 2 weeks, and I passed. So I am a licensed or certified, whatever you call it, nursing assistant for Arkansas, and I've been trying to find a job doing that. And I seen that a nursing home in Ashdown, which is close to where I live, was hiring for CNAs. But they weren't just hiring CNAs, they were hiring people to go and take the CNA class, and they were going to pay for it. I was like, okay, well, I already have mine. Surely they'll hire me. Well, and like, it was on Facebook. I didn't hear it. It was on Facebook, and it's still on their Facebook page. So I went and applied. But the girl that brought me my application, I went to school with her when I was, I don't know, 6th grade, 7th grade, and she was a couple years older than me. So, like, I mean, you might not, I don't care what anybody thinks, but I feel like, and anyway, I'm thankful that most of the time people think I'm female, because I mean, I am female, but most of the time I pass, or whatever you might call it. Like, people don't normally think I'm a boy, and that day was no exception. They had no idea when I was there, but I went to school with her, so she knew, and she just acted really funny while I was there. So I fill out my application. She takes my information, my social ID, and my brand new nursing assistant paper. It's just a little piece of paper. She took it too, and she went and copied it, and I finished the application while she was gone, and I gave it to her when she came back. But I mean, it was just off. Like, and also, she went in the office while I was filling out my application, and they must have told somebody or something, because like, a lady came running from the floor, like where the patients are, or the residents are, I mean, the people that live at the nursing home. She came running from the floor and was like, "Where's the boy?" And I knew she was talking about me. Like, I just knew. And I almost got up and left then, because like, not only is it embarrassing to get clocked, and if you don't know what that means, it means that people find out that you're trans. So not only is it embarrassing, but I'm there for a job. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there to make anybody happy. But it was like so embarrassing, and it was like, honestly, broke my heart, if I'm being honest. Because like, as a future nurse, like, I'm gonna be a nurse or a doctor one day. That's just what my calling is. I'm just not gonna do it right now. I have to fix myself before I'm able to do that, before I'm able to fix other people. But to want to go in this profession, you have to be better than that. Like, those kind of people I would never want to work with, ever, in my life. And I will never apply at that facility again, simply for that reason. I don't care if I get my RN, BSN, and I have a a job promised to me at $50,000 a year, I will never apply at that facility because of how I was treated. But anyway, after she took my application, I left. I went shopping at Walmart there in town and got home. Anyway, whatever. Next day, or maybe the day after, I think it was 2 days after, I called the lady that's over the CNAs. And I don't know what her title is. I don't know if she's an RN or an LPN. Probably an LPN. But she could be an RN. She could have been the director of nursing. I really don't know. Nor do I care. But I called and asked to speak to her. And just to put it out there, the name of the nursing home was Pleasant Manor Nursing and Rehab in Ashland, Arkansas. And her name is Tasha. I don't know her last name. They just said call and ask for Tasha. So I called and asked for Tasha. And guess who answered? The girl that I went to school with. And like, we weren't friends in school. I did not know her, but she knew me because she used to ride my bus. She knew that I'm not going to say I used to be a boy because I didn't, but she knew that I was trans. And she picked up the phone and I told her what my name was, and actually she went and tried to get the lady, and then she was like, what's your name, can I leave a message? I was like, oh, it's Becky Mayer. And she was like, okay, I'll be right back. And comes back to the phone and was like, oh, she told me to tell you that she's not hiring right now. And I was like, I was kind of taken back by it. I was like, okay. Because this was literally like 3 days after they put the post on Facebook. I know that they did not fill all these positions that they needed. Because whenever a nursing home says that they're going to pay for people to take the CNA class, that means that they're desperate, that they need CNAs, that their LPNs are picking up more slack than they should. I know that. I'm not stupid. And, I mean, I don't care if, like, why would you not hire me? Like, just because I have no idea why they didn't. But, like, I know why. I can't prove it, but I know. And it really honestly sucks. And it's like, I also told people about it and they're like, girl, you don't know that's why. Yes, I do. Because not only did they leave the post up, but this was maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. They put another post since then that they're still hiring for CNAs. So, I mean, put 2 and 2 together. It was right person, right place, right time, or wrong place, wrong person, wrong place, wrong time. I mean, I don't know how you say that, but anyway, I would never work at that facility. I would never even apply at that facility. I would never put anybody in that facility. No. It's a nice facility too, and I've never heard a bad thing about it, but if the nurses are like that, why would I even think about it? I would never want to work with them, never want to work for them, or have a person in their care. What if they had a transgender resident? I mean, transgender is not a new thing. It's been around forever. The surgeries have been going on since the 1950s, so I mean, we're just tired of being in the shadows, and I'm here to live my life fully and proudly and unapologetically, and I'm going to do that till the day I die. So, while I'm like kind of heartbroken about it still, I'm a big girl, and I honestly expect this. I know there's people like that. Comes with the territory. It doesn't make it hurt any less or make it any more right. But I mean, I can't really do anything about it. I can't prove it. They're allowed to hire whoever they want, so I don't know. But I know with every ounce of my soul that that's why I wasn't hired, because I already had my CNA license. Why would they not hire somebody with their CNA license already whenever they're hiring people to go take the CNA class? I saved them $600. I would have if they would have hired me, $600 plus. So there's that. But thankfully, I've applied at another nursing home in Nashville where I work at right now, and I basically at least have my foot in the door. Like, I already had applied, and I went and took her my information, and she's running the background check right now. And I put on my application that I was transgender, because I'm not ashamed of it. They're going to find out whenever they run my background check that that's not the name I was born with. I mean, Becky is my legal name right now, and it's the only name I go by except Bex or Bud, which is a nickname from my childhood with family. But Bex and Becky are all I go by now. Like, if someone says my dead name, my old name, try to ignore them. And sometimes I don't even have to try. Like, a lady that used to babysit me was calling my name one day, my old name, since I've started transitioning. And she knows that I'm trans, but she was calling my old name. And I didn't even know that she was calling my name. Like, I just turned around and I seen her and I was like, oh, hey. But I didn't even hear her. So there's going to come a point one day where I don't even recognize that name. And it's not that I hated that name. I didn't mind that name, but it's just not a name that I could have kept. So anyway, at the end of the day, there's always going to be a better opportunity with better people, and I'm glad I didn't get a job at that place, because there's no telling how I would have been treated or what they would have said about me, which I don't care. I mean, what other people think of me is none of my business, and you should live by that too, because you're going to always be disappointed. But it still kind of sucks that people are like that, especially in today's day and time. But yeah, that's my story time for the day. So if you're local and you're considering putting someone in that nursing home, just take that with a grain of salt. Like, you might not like trans people either, so you might want to put your person in that home. But just like from a caretaker's point of view, what if they had a transgender resident? Like, really? It's 2020, we have to move on. But I am grateful that I have this potential new opportunity at this new nursing home that's just as close to where I work, and it's actually smaller. So anyway, that's all. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.